Here are my top 3 investment picks for the rest of 2022. For the next 12 months, these are the things that I'm focusing on. And by the way, it's not like a strict 12 months. Every summer, I like to call out what my investment picks are. And it's not investment advice. It's not like, hey, you should invest into this. No, I'm just telling you what I'm choosing to invest in. I don't want it to get weird. So if you want to copy me, copy me. If you don't, that's up to you. However, I will note that my last year's investment picks absolutely crushed it. So I talked about 3 things last year. Number 1, my Forex software. So I have a Forex trading software, that's performed consistently. It's a really, really great tool that allows me to multiply my wealth. It compounds monthly, so compound growth. Let me tell you guys, there's a reason that it's one of the wonders of the world. It did exceptionally well. I also invested into 2 other industries last year as primary investment, 3 primary picks. The other things that I focused on last summer for the past 12 or so months really heavily is oil wells. Oil wells are an industry where we recently saw oil prices and gas prices go up very, very significantly. Many people were affected at the pump because gas prices went up. Well, why does gas price go up? Well, there's a few different reasons, and I actually did a video on why the price of crude oil has gone up, which has affected our gas prices. I called out this investment last summer because I saw an opportunity lining up with the price of crude oil where I thought it could potentially continue to go up. Gas wasn't cheap last summer, but let me tell you, it's even less cheap now. And so I could see that there was a trend in place, and there were certain economic factors that suggested to me that gas and crude oil might be a good industry to start looking into. And so I started doing more research. I started looking into ways that I could plug in that industry, and I started investing into oil wells. So literally, I have oil wells down in Texas which are drilling oil for me every single day. Well, the good thing is that I don't have to do any of that. I don't have to be down there. I don't have to be maintaining my oil wells. There's a team down there that handles that. And the cool part is that I just get to collect the passive income that comes in from oil wells. When the price of crude oil goes up, guess what? I just make more money. So it's a great industry to be in, especially if you're bullish on the price of crude oil. It's not one of my top picks for the next 12 months. However, I do believe that it is still a solid investment, and I'm not pulling out of any of my oil well investments. In fact, I will likely continue adding to that portfolio. Besides that, one other thing that I focused on last year was e-commerce. E-commerce is a booming industry, you guys. Everybody's moving over to e-commerce. And I saw last year some of the effects that the global pandemic that we had was people started to buy more and more online. And as people became more comfortable buying online, that became a very regular thing. People are literally ordering their groceries online. They're ordering food online. They're doing all of their shopping online. And in fact, even I've kind of begun to do that. I've always been a fan of visiting the actual brick and mortar store. Like maybe, for example, I want to buy a new suit. Well, I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to try out the suit. I'm going to pick out all my suits and then decide what I'm going to buy. Well, now I started buying clothes online just because I had to, but now I realize the convenience of it. I could literally be sitting at home and in 5 minutes buy as many suits as I possibly can without even having to leave my house. I saw an opportunity there. My thinking was, okay, if this industry, e-commerce, is growing now due to some economic factors and more people are beginning to buy online, well, even if things change economically and we're no longer in a global pandemic, well, chances are people are still going to shop online because they now realize the convenience of it. Once they have all their online accounts set up, once they have their credit card saved to their Chrome browser, they start doing all those things. It just gets easier and easier and easier. And you're like, man, like maybe I should always buy stuff online. I saw an opportunity there. I plugged into a couple opportunities with Walmart, with Amazon, Shopify, a couple different opportunities there. And let me tell you, all 3 of those investments, Forex, oil and gas, crude oil, and e-commerce performed exceptionally well over the past 12 months. Moving forward to the next 12 months from today, there's a couple things that I'm really focused on. So at the moment, we are kind of in a very unique position because we're essentially in a bear market. we're in a recession. We've been in a recession for about 20 days now. What I see is a ton of opportunity in several industries. The top investment for me for the next 12 months is still going to be Forex. So Forex automation, Forex softwares, investing into an account that uses a Forex trading software to generate income is still one of the best investments that I've ever seen. I'm also focused on 2 more industries. So the other industry is going to be real estate. There's a ton of opportunity in real estate. As the market goes down, as we enter into a bearish market, guess what? Those houses are now on sale. So if a house was for sale about a year ago, it would have been expensive, but now that same house, I could get it for a more affordable price because guess what? It's getting very expensive for a lot of these people to buy houses. We have rising interest rates. We have all these different economic factors that are happening, and people can no longer afford to pay these prices. This gives us a nice opportunity to enter the real estate market at a very affordable price. We can get into these discounted prices now, lock in our price, and ride the next wave up. So real estate is a really big one for me. I'm buying up real estate in a few strategic markets in the United States. I teach all about this in my program. The certain markets that I'm investing into, down south, up north, there's a few strategic markets. It's not everywhere, guys. Overall, the market is going down. However, there's some markets I believe going to perform exceptionally well over the next 12 months. The last industry that I'm investing into is e-commerce. Now, e-commerce has continued to grow. It's continuing to grow and expand just like it did over the last 12 months. Now, I am definitely growing my e-commerce portfolio as I find more ways to generate income in the e-commerce space. So e-commerce can look like so many different things. You can do drop shipping, you can do retail arbitrage, right, which is basically drop shipping, or you could buy physical inventory and sell it. That's a great way to basically generate an additional stream of income where you have a team manage an e-commerce store for you. They identify what products are going to sell on there, and whether it's drop shipping or you're buying physical inventory, if that team knows what they're doing, they're going to put you into products that are going to sell effectively. So guys, the 3 industries that I'm focusing on: number 1, Forex automation; number 2, real estate. I'm going super heavy into real estate. Number 3, e-commerce, and I'm going to give you guys a bonus one. It kind of ties in with real estate. Cryptocurrency. Guys, crypto is at such a low point right now. Now, I'm not calling the bottom on crypto. I'm not saying buy Bitcoin now. However, I'm buying Bitcoin now. So anyways, do whatever you want with that information. I personally believe that so many cryptocurrencies are at a discounted price right now. And as we see the next bullish run up, as we see that next leg up in the charts, we could see prices that we've never seen before. Again, this is not a market prediction. This is just my investment pick. So I promised you 3 and I gave you 4. So hopefully this is some helpful information for you guys. Again, do your own research. Don't base any investments based off of my portfolio, but do your own research and use it in combination with the information that I've shared with you today. Anyways, I hope you guys like this. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.